Da 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 da. Welcome everyone to a London's Finest Gaming Crew unboxing video. Today we are going to unbox the Xbox Series X. Once unboxed, we'll then go through the specs and then I'll plug it into my TV and we'll see how it runs. Let's get into it. Nicely packed this time round. A bit easier than the old Xbox 360 that I remember. New controller. Soft touch button, unlike the Elite of the clicky buttons. Nice textured back. They're not rubberized. And also 2 batteries. I imagine most of us will start using the battery packs and the chargers, but still, nice to include batteries. Power cables and your HDMI cables, all standard these days. And then just a manual, which no one ever reads. Okay. Yeah. Box is quite robust. Nothing else in there valuable, thankfully. Nicely wrapped. And there she is. External USB port, 4K Blu-ray drive, seat buttons, and the lovely Xbox logo. Swing it around on the back. External super speed USB ports, your standard network Ethernet cable, standard power port, HDMI out, and then the new expensive memory card slots. As you can see, there is no optical output on this, or input even. It's a shame really, because it means you can't put any dedicated surround sound on them, but still, HDMI out should do okay. So yeah. I'll leave her there for you to see and admire. Still nicer than the PlayStation, which is about 3 times the size. So just running through the specs. So as most of us already know, this thing can power up to 8K HDR or 4K 120 FPS. The lovely internal storage of 1TB runs on an SSD, so it's a lot quicker than it used to be. Although it would have been nice to be able to do an upgrade, or like we used to be able to do with some of the PlayStations and external drives for the old Xbox One, but hopefully that may come in the future. Okay, and now to touch on some of the standard specs that we all know. So the Xbox outputs up to 8K HDR, also does 4K at 120Hz, it's not 120Hz, 120 FPS. The internal storage is 1TB on an SSD drive, It's not fantastic when games are now hitting sort of 200 gig, but we have the expensive expandable storage to fall back on. Okay, now we've gone through that, I will now put it into my TV setup and see how it runs. Okay guys, so I've managed to plug the Xbox in my little cabinet. I've had to remove a few shelves because it's an awkward size. Lying down it was too big for my shelves, and standing up was too big for everything. So I've ended up having to move everything from the cabinet apart from the sub, stand it up, and it fits okay. With a couple of inches from the top. If you were wondering, on my old Xbox One hard drive, the external hard drive I used to use, I've actually plugged that into the back of the Xbox as well, and that worked perfectly. There was no additional setup, so I've actually plugged it in and it's pulled in all the games from my Xbox One, which is really handy. If there's any Series S and X games, I've moved them across onto the internal hard drive, otherwise they won't play as well. So the one drawback, as mentioned when I was doing the unboxing, is the 1 terabyte internal drive. Now, I've already gone ahead and installed Call of Duty, that's Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War. Now, as you can see from just that one game, that's 155 gig, or practically 156. And Modern Warfare on its own is 221 gig. That's huge in the sense of 1 terabyte hard drive. So hopefully they'll bring out more memory cards that are bigger than the 1 terabyte that we can all use and not be as expensive as the current Seagate ones at £220, which is a ridiculous price for a terabyte. Well then guys, thanks for watching, hope you like and subscribe, and I'm going to leave you and I'm going to play Call of Duty. So, enjoy, and I'll catch you on Call of Duty at some point hopefully.